Just wanted to show my face here real quick before we get to Sketchbook Tour. Okay, so and then we're gonna go on down to the overhead. So here we are. This is a Stillman and Byrne Zeta series. It's roughly 5.5 by 8.5 inches. I believe it's got 56 pages. I only draw on and make stuff on one side. Sometimes I use the other sheet to kind of make marks or practice things on. And I've had people actually buy sheets, like if I post stuff on the internet, sometimes they'll offer to buy a piece of art out of my sketchbook. I haven't done that in a while because I don't like to break up the sketchbook. Okay, let's get started. So began this one in December 12th of 2022, just last year. And since I'm only doing one sheet, not doing front and back, I think it makes it kind of go by a little bit faster, and I actually just finished this up on the 15th. And this was, if you saw, or maybe you can go back and watch if you feel inclined to, my December vlog. There was this was kind of my test sheet. I just painted this red just so I could test this like Posca pen drip thing, which didn't end up working out, but definitely led to a lot of these with the one big color background, and then I ended up collaging this gal in here. Okay, this is a little fun thing that I did with my 3-year-old preschool students. If you ever want to see something really fun, put a blob of paint on a paper and give 3-year-olds straws to try to push the paint around. So I was trying to show them what we were doing exactly in my sketchbook here. And later I found this guy and collaged him in there. This one did not turn out so great. I really loved this drawing and then I ruined it. I follow an artist, I believe her name is Sky Simpson, I think. And I follow them on Instagram. And I noticed a piece recently where it appeared like they had drawn in graphite and then they were able to paint over it, and it looked so amazing. And I'm one for kind of painting over things and hiding things, and I just didn't feel like this turned out great. And what kind of stinks was I really loved the drawing, but so much so that I may draw it again in another sketchbook, I think. So this is a quick line drawing. I think this is going to get into the territory of the video where I got up at 5 a.m. every day for a week and drew early in the morning. So this is where that starts, I think. So this was a line drawing to kind of get warmed up. And I did this partially on one of those videos. So, and then I did a little paint smear, which I think worked better than just painting over it like I did back on the other page. So, gentleman, with my I've decided this is my favorite way to draw hair whenever I'm working with the. These are done with the Micron fine line pens. This one not quite as successful. I feel like maybe if I would have done her hair in that style or something, I don't know. Maybe she didn't deserve the double eyes, but I'm not a huge fan of how this one turned out. But you know, they can't all be winners. I turned it around with this guy though. I love this drawing. Yeah, I don't know. Not much else to say about it. This is just a quick little contour line drawing, and this was pretty well documented, I think, in the other video where I really struggled with what to do on that day, so much so that I made this collage. And yeah, kind of fun, I think. Let's see here. This was, I think, I did on the last day of waking up at 5 a.m. Spent a good while on her. Some more contour lines. Okay, and then I started to bring in more of these towards the end of the sketchbook. I got really into these. This is a gouache background, just one color, and then Posca pens were slinged around, or oh, sorry, I'm trying to get on camera, thrown around and stuff. All right, another quick line drawing. Filled in. I kind of discovered that I really like the look of the. I think it's a Pentel brush pen, so I started to use that more for just like filling in the backgrounds. I don't know if I did that more in here. It might have been. I have another kind of junky garbage sketchbook that I use that a lot in. This is another one of these collages with the Posca pen. This one maybe not quite as successful. Sometimes, you know, you like to paint some lines, and I had the idea to cut this guy up, and yeah, I don't know. Not a huge fan of this one. This is, I love a good, finding a good image of a person in their cat. So I liked how she was really, in the picture, she's really holding the cat in place. The Posca pen, I really botched. I tried to do the drip thing, and I didn't quite like that very much, and I almost got her mouth there. And then these guys, I just had him originally just holding the lobster, but I felt like I needed some more, so I found this other person and put them in the background. And I got really going on the smaller tip microns with this one. Obviously got very into doing these throughout the month. And I'm sure I'm going to continue because they're a lot of fun to do. They're just, the one color is like so striking and bold. This is kind of documenting a day where my daughter and I went to the co-op, and we got some flowers to give to my wife, and we got some bananas for my daughter and got some coffee for both me and my wife. And this one is most definitely, I think, my favorite of the bunch. I did a little circle and just did a ton of Posca paint on there. I think if you come back here, I kept the circle cut out. You can see here how much was thrown at it to get this little sphere-like thing. With I love how it kind of dripped, it kind of bled through and stuff. It's awesome. This is, I think, the last contour line drawing of the book. And this is supposed to be Leonard Cohen. I saw this, somebody posted this on Instagram, shared it in like their stories, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta draw that. And so I went to the profile. It was some sort of synthesizer profile. I love it because he's playing this like old, probably mid 80s little Casio keyboard, which I just love those things. I have a ton of little Casios and Yamahas in the house, and so I got near the end of it, and I was just like, oh my god, it looks like Dustin Hoffman. It doesn't look like Leonard Cohen. And then I was sort of bummed, and I don't know, I was looking around on the internet at pictures of Leonard Cohen, and there's this album cover that's a painting where he looks like Dustin Hoffman on the album cover. I'm gonna try to find it and put it in here, because it's kind of funny how much he looked like Dustin Hoffman. So it's kind of like if Dustin Hoffman had played Leonard Cohen in a biopic at some point, maybe. So this is the final page. I found this image of this woman, I think it was some sort of scientist that was using rats to test. But I thought it would be funny if she was letting a gigantic rat loose in a small town or something. So there she is. I kind of botched. I feel bad. I think I'm going to scan this, and then, because I want to make a zine including these drawings and drawings from my last sketchbook. And I think I'm going to touch that up for the zine, because I'm bummed that that I Like I think my pen, I'm working with pens that are like almost, they're kind of starting to run out of ink, which I love. I love pens that are like almost dead, basically. That's how I do a lot of the shading. And this one apparently still has a lot of ink, because it surprised me with a bunch of ink. But yeah, you win some, you lose some. Luckily I can, you know, kind of maybe fix it up for the prints. And then yeah, I was trying to do a jelly prints the other day. That will be well documented in a video coming up at the end of the month, I think. And I showed you this little I kept that. And that's it. I feel like this is maybe one of my favorite sketchbooks I've ever done. I hope you enjoyed the flip through. There's more art videos are coming. I'm going to do a video of starting a new sketchbook. I have it right here. Got to break this in, try this out. I wanted to go bigger. I'll explain it, I think, in the next video. All right. Okay. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.